Joining me this morning to talk about an exciting development here at San Juan College, which is happening next week, the opening of the Connie Gotsch Theater here at San Juan College. From the Connie Gotsch Arts Foundation, Kathy Pope is joining me here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
Also, Mick Hess is here as well, another member of the Connie Gotsch Foundation. Good morning.
Thanks, Scott.
Good to have both of you here, and finally, we are at this moment when the theater opens, right?
You know what's going to be the most difficult is getting people to call it the Connie Gotsch Theater instead of the Little Theater,
right?
Which it's been the Little Theater for 40 years or something, you know.
Right.
So, but the name is on the outside of it, so it's very easy to remind yourselves when you walk past it that it's now the Connie Gotsch Theater.
Very exciting, and it's the Connie Gotsch Theater because, of course, of a major donation from the Connie Gotsch Arts Foundation to renovate this theater, which has been taking place over the last
2 years probably.
24 months,
Yes. Yes.
And COVID notwithstanding, but I know it's kind of been ready to go sooner than next week.
It has,
right?
but because of COVID, it's been delayed, the actual opening of it. But that's understandable. It couldn't have been used anyway, so we're ready to go, though.
That's right. So the event is planned for next Wednesday.
Wednesday the 8th.
Yes, so talk to me a little bit about it's an open house type of an event, right?
Yes, it's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m., and there's going to be the red coats there to cut the red ribbon to
Wonderful.
Officially open it, and President Pendergrass will be there to make some remarks, and we have a special fanfare that I'll let Mick talk about that's going to be performed, and then we will just take people through the theater and show them what we've done.
Very exciting. Mick, fanfare?
It's probably exciting because we're going to take people backstage as well, which most people probably haven't ever seen.
Right.
Many people have been to the theater, but that whole thing has been renovated. There's a new piano in there, and the PESCO organization contributed to that. And we commissioned a special fanfare for the opening from Don Allen, who was a longtime employee here at the college, a wonderful trombone player and a great arranger and composer. And it's based on the music that Connie had chosen for the theme music, I guess, for her show, Roving with the Arts. And Don has taken that piece by Handel and turned it into a great little fanfare that we're going to perform just prior to the cutting of the red ribbon.
Very, very cool. Well, and of course, folks familiar with this radio station would be familiar with you because you are now the current host of that long-running program, Roving with the Arts.
Yeah, how long? Any idea how long?
I think as long as the station has been here, really, because of course Connie was the first program director, and that was her program. So I would say it goes back as far as 1990.
Yeah, cool.
31 years. So yes,
and I'm still using that same theme music.
That's right.
For the opening of the show.
You've kept that.
We've kept that
continuity,
and I think that's a really nice thing. People know what's coming. You know, it's just one of those tunes. It's a catchy, good tune, and now it's going to be played by brass. So that's even better.
There you go. And we paid all the royalties to use it, so you might as well get the money's worth.
Handel said we could use it free this time.
Yes, indeed. But this is really exciting, and so the whole theater has a new look, and that's really exciting to see too. The lobby area has been renovated, and of course the chairs and everything. And as Mick said, backstage, front of the stage, all of it, right? It's almost
correct.
All of it brand new.
Yes, pretty much. And a lot of things that people wouldn't normally see, like a whole new lighting system,
right.
A new sound system. There are, it's called a ClearComm system, I believe, which allows the front of the house to talk to the back of the house. And the one that was there was pretty old, and so now they've got a new state-of-the-art one. But as you said, the lobby has all been redone. I think people will be very surprised. It's very different. It's kind of an Art Deco style,
right?
Like an old movie theater lobby, and all new furnishings and
very
much more comfortable and bigger chairs in
Thank you.
the auditorium itself.
Yes. My widening self thanks you for that. Yes. But it's a great space, too. And, of course, folks, as Mick said, we call it as the Little Theater. But it's a great intimate theater for productions and concerts and plays, and we've enjoyed countless productions in that space over the years, and this will ensure that it can continue to be used as a performance space.
Yes, and what I'm most excited about is that in addition to funding the renovation for the theater, we also created an endowment for the college whose the proceeds from that endowment are to benefit the Fine Arts Department. And part of that will allow nonprofit groups to have a usage of the theater free of charge every year on a first come, first served basis,
Right.
Which is paid for out of that endowment.
How about that? And
That
now
is-
that's
that's cool.
significant. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And this is part of the mission, I think, of the foundation, of the Connie Gotsch Arts Foundation. Of course, Connie was our first program director. She was here for decades, and then set up this foundation after her death to promote the arts in San Juan County. And you all and the rest of the board continue with that mission. Here's one more example of it.
Yes, this is kind of the biggest example of what we've
Yes.
done. I mean, over the foundations have been in existence since 2013, and over that time we've given lots of scholarships for music lessons and music camps and various theater productions and all concerts all over the area. But this was obviously our biggest
Yes.
donation.
Several $100,000, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes, it totaled. Well, it was $550,000 that we gave to the college for the renovation, and $250,000 for the endowment.
That's significant.
Yes, and as you said, our mission is to support the arts and artists in San Juan County, and we felt that this was a good way to do it. And given Connie's long association with the college, it seemed logical that one of her biggest bequests would be to help this college.
Right. And I know the college is thrilled to have the theater renovated and all these improvements. And again, there's a lot of things that as a theater goer you maybe don't see. But on
Right.
this tour at this open house next Wednesday, we will see it, because we'll go on. You'll have tours backstage and explaining some of these other things. And I think a special part of this renovation is kind of a little display case that talks a little bit about Connie, and I think it's important that we remember, and folks who didn't have the opportunity to work with her or meet her ever, because if you ever met her, you never forgot her.
This is true. She was one of a kind.
Yes, but I think it's great to be able to share a bit of her life and what she brought to San Juan College and to the arts community in San Juan County, and that's a part of this renovation.
Well, what people might not know about Connie is she was an artist herself.
That's
a
true.
wonderful writer, playwright, and authoress,
Photographer.
photographer.
Right.
That's a side of her that most people probably were unfamiliar with, but that'll all be on display. As you say, we have a permanent display case highlighting her life and what she's given back to the community.
Well, just a small part of what she's given
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
There's
true.
so
Yes.
much when we hear about all the things that the foundation has been doing and continues to do. And again, we could go on and we'd have double the time for this segment, but we don't have that much time. But just the things that you all have done coming out of the pandemic to encourage the arts and to help performers get back on stage, and restaurants and venues to get live entertainment back into their stores and restaurants. I mean, that story continues.
That was a good project that we got ourselves
Yes.
involved with, and people, again, don't really know about it because it's done behind the scenes, as you said. But we're plodding along.
Well, if you're an artist and you don't know about the Connie Gotsch Arts Foundation, you need to check out the website and probably see how they could probably help you do what you love to do, because I think you have many ways to do that, from scholarships and other programs that we have mentioned. And so it's wonderful that it's here, and that you two and the others on the board continue to fund a lot of these needs in the community for the arts community. And the theater is just one more great shining example. And I can't wait to see it. I still haven't seen it, but I can't wait to see it. And Nick has invited me time and time again to go over there.
5 o'clock
cool.
Wednesday
Yes.
at 5 o'clock September 8th.
Here at San Juan College. Again, it's in that, we used to call it the Little Theater Courtyard, but we'll call it the Connie Gotsch Theater Courtyard
go.
now. And it's kind of in the middle of campus. So for folks who aren't sure where to go, it's kind of near the Clock Tower building. If you park on that side of campus, you'll be pretty close to where you need to be. But I can't wait to see it.
Good.
Thank you, both of you, for coming in.
Thanks, Scott.
Bye-bye.
You bet. Thank you very much.